Hello YouTube family, welcome back to my channel. If this is your first time here, my name's Vickie. Welcome to my kitchen. Today is the Kentucky Derby and I wanted to do something in honor of it. So I'm making Chad and I some things that is synonymous with the Kentucky Derby. So today I'm going to make us a dessert, a Derby pie. I have made this numerous times in the past, but I have not made one honestly in probably 10, maybe even 20 years. We've been together 40 some years, so if that tells you anything. But anyway, this recipe is so simple and it turns out amazing. But I made mine with all the zero sugar ingredients that I could, because I've been on that health and wellness journey for 13 months now. I've lost close to 50 pounds. Feeling great, doing wonderful, eating an anti-inflammatory diet. So I wanted to show you all this recipe. It's very simple and it's just put everything together and dump it in a pie shell. So I want to show you how I done that, and it turned out amazing. And I could not tell that it was zero sugar either. So let me show you how I made that. Okay, today we're going to be making a Derby pie in honor of the Kentucky Derby. This pie is so delicious. It's sort of a combination between a pecan pie and a chocolate chip cookie. My mother-in-law gave me this cookbook when Chad and I first got married about 40 years ago in July, and here was the recipe. And I love this. I made it quite a few years. But I've not made it in a long time, but I wanted to make it today in honor of the Kentucky Derby, the greatest 2 minutes in sports. And it happens right here in my home state of Kentucky, so I'm excited to share this recipe with you all. The first thing you're going to need is a pie crust. Now, you can either make a pie crust from scratch, or you can buy a prepared pie crust. I'm using the roll-out pie crust. And we're going to bake this for 20 minutes on 350 before we put our ingredients together to put in the oven. So let's do that first. Okay, the first thing we're going to do is spray our pie pan. This is Baker's Joy, and for some reason it's wanting to clog up. And then we're going to take our pie crust out. We may need to roll this out. It may need to even defrost a little more. We'll see here in a second. And this is a deep dish pie crust, or pie plate, I mean. So I like that aspect of it. Now you can do a blind baking where you put some dried beans down in the bottom of your pie crust to bake it so it don't puff up. Or you can use you can buy the baking bags that are made for that. And I have some somewhere. If I can find them, I had kept a bag of dried beans that I use for baking. But we're going to bake this at a 350 oven for 20 minutes. And then we'll take it out and we'll put our ingredients together to get this pie baked up. Okay, while we're waiting for this to come together, I'm going to go ahead and prepare our filling. We're going to need a half a cup of melted butter. So I'm just going to use one whole stick and melt it. Okay, with our butter, we're going to use 1 cup of brown sugar. So this is 1 measuring cup. And let's see I've got the Truvia brown sugar, and it has 0 sugar in it. 1-to-1 sugar replacement, great for baking, no artificial sweeteners. So let's see how this does for us. And it says packed, so we want it packed down. Okay, so 1 cup of brown sugar. Now I'm making this, like I said, with 0 sugar, but you can use it if you want to do yours regular, you can, but I'm using the 0 sugar brown sugar. Okay, let's get that mixed in there. And let's get 1/2 cup of all-purpose flour. Now, I am using that instead of almond flour. I don't know the almond flour, how it would taste. I should probably tried it, but I didn't. I didn't want to risk it. That is flour that I've had on hand. I'm trying to work through that because I don't have very much and I've not bought any in a year. Now we're going to mix in 2 eggs, 1 at a time. There's 1. And here is 2. Looks really good so far. I think that batter looks delicious, actually. And then we're going to use 1 teaspoon of vanilla. Use good vanilla. And if you put a little bit more, that's okay. Take my whisk out of this. That smells so good. So good. And we're going to add 1/2 teaspoon of sea salt. 1/2 teaspoon. And we're going to add 1 cup of nuts. So let's see here. This is a 1 cup measure. So we're going to add 1 cup of pecan pieces. I was out of pecans, and I usually don't let that happen, but I did this year because Kentucky Farm Bureau is not doing the fruit anymore, and that's when I always order my pecans. So 1 cup of pecan pieces. And 1 cup of semi-sweet chocolate chips. I'm using the Lily's no added sugar. Lily's no added sugar, semi-sweet. Okay. And then we're just going to stir this really well. And I thought this called for corn syrup. I'll check my recipe because I thought it called for corn syrup. I know pecan pies do, but I could be wrong. Let me make sure. I'll get this stirred up really well. okay. Let me look. No, it don't actually. Okay, no, it don't call for it. Well, I guess I'm getting that confused with pecan pies. All right, so this is our filling. As soon as our pie crust comes out from pre-baking, we'll put this in and then we'll put it back in the oven for 25 to 35 minutes and I'll meet you back here. Well, guys, my pie crust slid down. I've never had that happen before. I swear, I did not know that it could do that. Well, we're going with it anyway. I'm going to put my filling right in here. Maybe I didn't need a deep dish